Okay, this video is, do I think they're lying on purpose? And by them, I mean the high-fat phonies, the Paleo Keto Carnivores, all that sort of stuff, the RFK with the pyramid. And what I would say to you is, here's what I noticed in the comments section. I see all these women defending the high-fat phonies, saying, oh, but I think this high-fat phony is so nice, or they're so good, or I don't think they would lie. And I'm like, are you kidding me? How could somebody say the Walter Willett pyramid is a wonderful research achievement when its foundational food, highest amount recommended, is oils? Okay, that's insane. Olive oil and omega-6 oils, like canola and all that other stuff. Even sunflower is okay. Recommending nuts 3 times a day. How could anyone recommend a diet that's about 40% fat with a straight face who studied the literature and knows nutritional science? Okay. So what I'm trying to say is in Paleo Keto Carnivore, I mean, there's no data to support it. So what I'm trying to say is people sometimes make a mistake because they're ignorant. They sometimes make a mistake just because they make a mistake. They misspeak. Sometimes they're really paid to say something and they don't know any better. But I'm saying when somebody repeatedly distorts the truth, quotes papers they know are likely corporate funded, promotes a 40%, ballpark 40-45% fat diet, they're pushing it. Okay, what I'm trying to say is there's too many inconsistencies, and birds of a feather flock together. And I'll tell you what else I thought was funny. A lot of women defend high-fat phonies or Paleo Keto Carnivore types. What I'm getting at is, especially high-fat phonies, not so much Paleo Keto Carnivores, is women are usually much better liars than men are. And the reason is women get a lot of unwanted attention, and they have to deflect all these nice guy losers who they don't want to talk to. So they've got, I have to do my hair, my parents are visiting, I'm seeing my grandparents. So they're always used to deflecting men with these polite little lies. So they're just naturally good at lying. Any guy who's been married knows that. Okay, so men don't lie so well in general, okay? Like I couldn't lie to my ex-wife, she would catch me. I couldn't lie to my mother, she would catch me. So women in the family home situation, they're much good at detecting bullshit, catching a lie, or they could lie to their husband, but he can't lie to them, okay? So what I'm saying, though, is that's in the house with family relationships. They're not good at, like, when a tall guy tells them that she's the only one and he's got 5 girlfriends. They don't seem to be able to recognize that lie very well. But for most family stuff, women are really good at these little emotional games. They got more energy for them than a man does. I'm always tired from working or writing a book or something. The woman's got all this energy. They should be having 10 babies instead of the modern, 1.5. So they got all this extra energy. So anyways, though, what am I getting at? In the public sphere, though, the women are really gullible, I've noticed, in comparison to men. They tend to trust authority way more than a man does. And they also are more conformist than men are, like in the public sphere. And they also trust popularity more than a man does, okay? A man will say, oh, that guy, he's just popular because he's got endorsement money behind him, okay? Women are also used to being treated nicely. I know a lot of pretty women, okay? And pretty women kind of have this optimistic view of the world because they've been kind of spoiled all their life. It's like affirmative action for life in everything they do by being pretty. So they think there's always going to be some man, Prince Charming, to walk around and help them out. Whereas the guy's like, he knows that no one cares about him. No one cares about him at all. And a lot of people, only want bad for him. So he's not so naive about the world, okay? So what I've noticed is a lot of women, they don't perceive danger very well because they just anticipate they're going to be treated nicely anywhere they go. Whereas the guy's like, no one cares about me anywhere I go, and in a lot of places I get treated bad. So the man picks up on lies in the public sphere, danger, threats, much faster than a woman does from what I've seen in my experience. So anyways, I just thought this was amazing to me. All these women, they hear this promotion of 40-45% fat diet, of the nonsense pyramid, the Harvard clown diet, of all this other ridiculous stuff, omega-6 cooking oils, and they think, oh, well, he's telling the truth. And I'm like, are you out of your minds? I mean, to me, that was like 2 + 2 = 4. It was so obvious. Of course, somebody that promotes 40% fat diets is BSing you. There's no way around it. Or they're an ignoramus, okay? And a lot of the high-fat phonies, they're not ignoramus. A lot of the Paleo Keto Carnivores, they're smart people. They're doing it because they've got some secondary gain. Do I know what their secondary gain is? No, I don't, not always. I know, Jeff Nelson has shown videos about people getting over $1 million a year from olive oil industry, to promote olive oil. McDougall talked about the nut industry, paying people to promote nuts through Seventh-day Adventist research studies. And of course, that happens all over the place, okay? It's not a coincidence. When you see some nutrition video maker quitting their day job because they make so much money from endorsements and sponsors and selling stuff, they're getting a lot of money. I don't get anything. Nothing. Nada. Zero. Not 1 cent. My channel's not monetized and nobody will speak to me. No medical school will allow me to be interviewed. If you tell the truth, you become hated and ostracized. If you bullshit and lie, you're a celebrity. Okay, you think that's by accident? That's not by accident. It's not a coincidence. It's not because of the quality of their videos. It's because they're selling and promoting stuff. That's how you get made famous. The Kingmaker is the video channel because it can send you all over the place, and it's the endorsement corporate money behind them. It can pay to have your video promoted and shown all over the place. Anyways, to me it's kind of obvious. There's nothing ambiguous about it.